Welcome back to my 20 minutes. We hit like this card 20 with the notification. Now go face the Pacers. Who's 4-0, pitches 1-3.
Subscribe and hit the like button at Brittany Mitchell.
And then you roll the pitcher card helper. And Never or the Novi Patrick Williams and Marvin Bagley the third. But he did it. The whole thing to be something for first half 50 to get this done.
Greg, we know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA, and this figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
So the next starting five. Watford out there with Simmons. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Edwards. And it's Whitehead in at the 3. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Enyama. Oh, good on the 3. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Outside, Edwards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Nets shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Here's Halliburton. That one's in, his first shot this game.
You love to see guys willing to exploit the mid-range. If that's what the defender concedes, go ahead and take it.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Now here's Williams. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Ben Simmons. And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
Shots good by Whitehead.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Here's Indiana, defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
The failure to make shots on a consistent basis, that's going to put you behind the 8 ball all night.
I thought most of the shots they took were low percentage looks. The key in the NBA is, can you get your best scorers into their best spots? They didn't do that.
Here is Edwards, following the score by Tyrese Halliburton. Can't hit from in close.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Halliburton a screen on Schroeder. Here's Williams. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder. The Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Edwards looking it over. Can't connect from short range.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
Anunoby outside. Now here's Williams, covered by Watford. 5 to shoot. Williams dishes to Bagley. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Halliburton with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Outside Williams. Cuts off the pass. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Here is Edwards. Following the score by Tyrese Halliburton. Edwards. He hits that shot, his first of the night. Now 1 for 6.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Anunoby outside. They set the pick. A 3-ball. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
For 3, Edwards. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Definitely 50 seconds. Hold on.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. And the Pacers another 3.
Now Halliburton loves answering a challenge. A 3 made on one end means it's time for him to come back and answer. I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Here's Enyama. It's sent back down by Simmons. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
That one.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Halliburton against Edwards. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He's so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him. What we know about Tyrese Halliburton, this guy always ready to push the pace. He's got a ton of energy. He's willing to outrun and outwork other guys.
Edwards finds Simmons. Edwards with it. There's the triple. The shot, no good.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
On the top of the key, and he nails the jumper. Halliburton's got 13 points. Outside, Edwards fires away from outside. Here's Schroeder. And he trains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And
The previous play under review.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yes.
Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for Indiana. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Williams is out there with Jackson. Then it's Reynolds. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. And it's Pumpkin in at the point guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. The Nets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Indiana. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Down low. Potter misses. Nets trail by 3. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Edwards, and that's off the glass. Edwards got 4 points in the quarter. The Pacers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And a whole season still ahead of us, but it's well worth seeing how the updated power rankings shake out. Taking a look at Miami. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And you know, for the Nets, they're rolling, and we expected that. Lots of talent, the chemistry is there, and so is the unrivaled production.
Outside Mathurin. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Portland Trailblazers. And then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Toronto where they'll take on the Raptors.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
The Pacers making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. Here's Potter. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Edwards. Pass to Simmons. Back to Edwards. It's good. This game is all even. Edwards got 15.
They seem to concede that shot.
Lobbed up there for Mathurin. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
And now look at the numbers for Edwards. Great showing for him last season. He was around 21 points per game last year, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option, and understandably, they got him the rock.
Edwards, no good. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Mathurin for 3. That's tipped. Outside Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Halliburton right side. Oh, and he picks it off the glass. Wow. Simmons passes to Edwards. Here's Whitehead. Back to Edwards. Stolen by Jackson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Jackson against Edwards. Over Jackson. That's short off the rim.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Buffkin. Guarded by Simmons. Let's go. Outside Mathurin. Halliburton outside. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, Halliburton just understands how to play in pick and roll. Pretty pass there.
Edwards with it. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Tries from 7. LaPace drills the three-pointer. And now a 3-point Indiana lead.
And he's such an efficient three-point shooter. Halliburton has an outstanding feel for when to fire from deep.
For 3, Edwards. Edwards with another miss. Indiana's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. It's stolen by Schroeder. There's the 3. Edwards with another miss.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Jackson kicks to Halliburton. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
You can see Schroeder's shoot-first mentality if a defender overcommits. Nicely done.
Schroeder hits them both.
Stop one.
There's 42 seconds left now here in the second. And Yama is guarded by Schroeder. Here's Enyama. A rebound by the Nets. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
And here's Halliburton. 3 seconds left. Great D that time from Edwards.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nets out in front, leading by just 2. And now thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Welcome to our 2K Sports.
You look at their success so far, and the result is great execution. They're playing within themselves and within the system.
All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the East. And that is it for halftime.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Starting off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. They've got Edwards. Whitehead out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Schroeder in at the shooting guard. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Nets. Driving to the basket. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooter.
Count the basket. And the Pacers lead by 2. Now here's Edwards. He's covered closely. Pass to Whitehead. 3-pointer. Edwards can't hit. Indiana's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Halliburton looking around. Here's Enyama. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 5-point Indiana lead.
There is something special about a crisp, on-time, on-target passer. Mr. Halliburton, how you doing?
The offensive rebound. Watford, that's good. Watford's got his second basket.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. And you look at Edwards, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic. And, of course, Ben Simmons, also absolutely fantastic from the free throw line.
And how about the work both of them put in from the foul line? Just such a consistent, dependable performance from both.
Scooped up. Kicks it out to Schroeder. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
A chance now to see the numbers for Dennis Schroeder. Last season's performance for him averaged about 9 points per game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there. This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Halliburton against Edwards. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
The 2 things you love here, how confident Halliburton is offensively. The second is not afraid to take punishment while he's shooting the basketball.
Halliburton hits them both. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Edwards, driving the lane. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That's where you get the ball to Ben Simmons, right at the rim. He's got size and athleticism. Look out.
Halliburton passes to Bagley. Here's Anunoby. And a miss there on the triple. Nets trail by 3. Out to Edwards. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Anunoby sends it back.
OG Anunoby is fast off his feet, 7'2" wingspan, says twice on the pipes.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And checking out some numbers for Ben Simmons. Last year, getting it done. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And yeah, he was money from the charity stripe. Only a handful of players shot a better percentage last season. Tremendous asset. Another steal. Now in 17 points in the game. Driving in, and Edwards with the stuff.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Halliburton with the steal. Inside, Bagley. Finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
Edwards inside. He's got 19. The Pacers pull it in. Halliburton outside. Anunoby outside. Edwards with the block. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter of the game. Pacers leading by 3. Halliburton outside. Pass to Anunoby. To the inside. And stolen by Simmons. Here is Edwards. And there's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Edwards got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's been their top scorer today, but it hasn't come easy. He has not shot the ball well. He'll have to be more efficient here if they're going to win.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. Number 1, the Nets.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
On defense, the Nets, they trail by 1. Pass to Mathurin. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
But let's see how they play the clock.
Buffkin, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Got a piece of it. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Mathurin passes to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Buffkin, a 3-pointer is right on target. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pacers lead by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Nets trail by 4. They've got G.G. Jackson. Also Benedict Mathurin out there. And it's Potter in at the 1 spot. That's the Pacers 5. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
They've also done a heck of a job at the free throw line tonight. Good aggression has led to a number of easy chances and points at the line.
Outside Jackson. That 3 off the mark.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Schroeder finds Edwards. To tie it up. Got a hand on it. Here's Potter. Buffkin. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Ben Simmons. And he makes the first.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
He hits both from the stripe. Here is Edwards. Stolen away. Here's Buffkin. Jackson, a screen on Schroeder. Here's Potter. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. And stolen by Simmons. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. The shot by Watford, no good. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Pacers. They lead by 4. Jackson setting the pick here for Mathurin. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Edwards against Mathurin. Simmons dishes to Schroeder. Simmons passes to Edwards. Schroeder outside. Another shot. Here's Simmons. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
This is a real specialty of Ben Simmons, the ability to go after it on the glass.
And JB Bickerstaff is called a timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Halliburton for three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Simmons got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Halliburton inside the three-point line. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now, here's Anunoby, covered by Watford. Bagley, and finished off by Bagley.
Stepping up, Bagley lives to compete. He wants the ball when the game is on the line.
Edwards inside. Off target at the rim. Pacers have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Edwards against Halliburton. A shot. It's good from the top of the key. Halliburton's got the game tied up here for Indiana.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now, here's Halliburton. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Williams is checked in for Indiana. 1:30 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Halliburton. And Yama is guarded by Schroeder. 4 on the shot clock. And they take the lead. And the Pacers lead by 2. And you can feel the crowd react as one.
Guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire building.
Edwards drives in. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Here's Halliburton. Now here's Edwards. Not a lot of room. Yes!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Halliburton for 3. Cans the 3.
Fearless move by Tyrese Halliburton. The game is complete and the mind is ready.
Outside Edwards. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And anytime you're on the road and you can answer with the 3 right back and take the lead, that is
call being beyond cooked.
Halliburton against Edwards. Halliburton passes to Bagley.
How about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
Here's Edwards. No.
That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then he doesn't hesitate to finish the possession with the rebounding job.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Foul.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them the lead.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Right between the...
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
The whole thing's hard. Oh. Okay. We found out that Fitz Trailblazers, who is 2-2. Let's get it. For the school Hanston, still playing for the school Hanston. Our first one is Applebean, Vitt Smith, Dan Sharp. Let's get it.
Let's meet the starting lineup.
All right, Brent, what do you expect from this kind of matchup with two teams that specialize in offense?
Points, BA, points. I mean, these guys are going to go at each other, and we're just going to see who can get into the best flow in this game. Is it going to be the starters? Is it going to be somebody off the bench that comes in and really stabilizes what they're trying to do offensively? Somebody's got to get an advantage. So is it who's hot first? We're going to find out.
Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. We've got Ben Simmons. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Edwards. Then it's Trendon Watford, and it's Whitehead in at the 3. Edwards can't hit. Here's Portland now. Levine feeling it out a bit. Pass to Henderson. Simons outside. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. Counted from distance.
Exactly how you utilize the pick and roll. Simons looking really comfortable in the set there.
Edwards for 3. Again, the miss by Edwards. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Simons finds Smith. Back to Simons. The shot. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And there is just a ton of confidence from this coaching staff for Anthony Simons to shoot shots like that.
Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
Man, B.A., can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn. And you see how far his game has come when the reins have been handed over to him.
Now here's Simons. 5 points in the game. Elbow shot on the way. Rebound Brooklyn.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Edwards can't hit.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
The open shot, Henderson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
Big day for their backcourt. Their guards have really set the tone for the rest of this team.
Edwards against Simons. And Edwards slams it in.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Here's Henderson, and he jams it home with authority.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Simons outside. Pass to Levine. He shoots. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And here's Edwards outside. Drains the triple. Edwards has got 10 points.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Pass to Simons from outside the arc. And it's Whitehead with a rebound. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 1. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Portland this season.
They won both of their meetings last season. You love to pull that off against another powerhouse.
Well, we'll find out. Such talent on the floor tonight on each side of the matchup. There's some conference pride at stake, too. Both teams being among the cream of the crop in the East and the West.
With the drive, here's Simmons. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Good presence there. Already in his shooting motion, he spotted the open man and made the unselfish play.
And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, B.A., to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
Now here's Simons. He's got 5. Smith with a screen on Edwards. Henderson for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line from there. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Edwards.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Edwards against Henderson. Over Edwards. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. And Edwards slams it in.
Great setup. When you have Simmons' height, it's easier to see the entire floor.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And the other team is running all over them right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Payne's checked in for Henderson. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Covered by Schroeder. They set the pick. Inside. Here's Klingon. Pass to Payne. Over Edwards. And it's blocked by Edwards. And now the Nets on the break. Here's Watford. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. These are his first free throws of the game. And he drops the first. Hits both from the stripe. Gets it off. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Smith out there with Klingon. Then there's Sharp, and it's Bowen in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Outside Sharp to the right side. Guarded by Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. It's deflected. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
On the floor for your Trailblazers, Lundy, Ant-Man.
Brooklyn with the ball. They lead by 11. Largest margin of the game. Pass to Whitehead. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. And Portland's shooting only 33%. Not exactly consistent offense. To the middle. Out to Simons. 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by the Nets. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Here's Edwards. Here's Watford. Drills it from deep. Watford's got 5 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Scoot Henderson's checked in for Lundy. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that's good as he hits both shots. Brett, you had a ton of playoff experience as a player. What was the atmosphere of the NBA postseason like?
Well, the intensity certainly picks up, BA, but looking back at it, it's so fun to see the amount of attention that all of a sudden comes with playoff basketball. So many more fans, so many more cameras, so much on the line. It's really where you enjoy all that hard work.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, we want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams.
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Alec.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Portland making a switch here. Sharp's checked in.
After what we saw from Simons last year and the way he broke out offensively, just becoming one of those guys that plays with force when he has the ball.
They just look so overwhelmed inside, and that's why they continue to get attacked.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Brooklyn pulls it in. Schroeder's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Edwards for 3. Good D by Sharp.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Pick by Smith. Jacks up a 3. And it's Whitehead with a rebound. Whitehead's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Simons has the open look, gets an open look, and hits it. Simons got his 3rd basket of the night.
And Simons doing a good job operating and getting to his spot in the mid-range.
Here's Edwards. And it's good. 2 points. And the Nets lead by 15.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And let's take a look now at how the shots have been divided up between 3s and 2s for Portland.
And the deep shots haven't been a big factor for them. Not many attempts thus far, and not many makes either. But it's okay to attack inside when your shot's not falling.
To the paint. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Edwards gets the bucket.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pass to De Silva. On the wing, Simons. Here's De Silva. Just 4 to shoot. Henderson for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Simmons has got 4 rebounds now. Back to Schroeder. Simmons with a screen on Henderson. And here's Schroeder outside. Portland with a rebound. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Indiana, where they'll face the Pacers. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Henderson outside. Simons outside. He buries it from 3. Simons has got 12.
This is how confident Simons is playing right now. He knows how lethal he is off the catch.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Got a hand on it. Here's De Silva. Watford covering. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up. Portland shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. There's 18 seconds left in the 2nd period.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Now on the floor for your Trailblazers, number 39.
9 seconds left in the first half of this one. Watford right side. Brooklyn, no good that time either. That'll do it for the first half of play. Brooklyn out in front, leading by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
The Nets, 35. Fans, please direct your attention to center court.
Thanks.
Guys, they're laying bricks out there. Shaq, I could read your mind as you were watching that.
I can't say that.
All right, fellas. Let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
You know right now for the net.
Appreciate you joining us.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Nets leading by 9. On the floor for the Nets. Edwards out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Ben Simmons. Then it's Trendon Watford. And it's Whitehead in at the...
That is what I'm talking about. Wow. Wow. That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now here's Levine. He's covered closely. Ben Simmons grabs the board.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shots as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
Henderson, the pass to Sharp. Now here's Levine. Levine, an aerial assault.
He's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Watford outside. The three ball. Nails it from beyond the arc. Watford's got 8.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Pass to Sharp. Sharp, a screen on Schroeder. Simons against Schroeder. Simons passes to Henderson. 6 on the shot clock. Over Edwards. Out to the right wing. Now Henderson. Simons, a screen on Edwards. Down low. Stolen by Schroeder. Edwards against Smith. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. And Edwards, here we go. And there's the rejection. And they get it back. Watford the pass to Edwards. Goes back up. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
First team foul.
That one misses.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Nets leading by 12. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And if you want to know which players had the most success from distance last season, here they are. Smith passes to Levine. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the pick. Out to Simons. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Sharp. And finally they hit one. Sharp's got his second basket of the game.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Edwards can't hit.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Simons outside, fires from deep. Brooklyn pulls it in. Simmons has got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's Edwards outside. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Sharp. Outside for Levine. Sharp, a screen on Schroeder. And he's going for the lob. 6 to shoot. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. And here's Edwards outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. Edwards got 35. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on a fast break.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Edwards against Simons. And the basket by Edwards. Edwards has got 37.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Pass to Smith. Henderson outside. From downtown, nails it from 3. Henderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Shot is good by Edwards. And the Nets lead by 14.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Outside Levine. Pass to Simons. There's the 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Simmons.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Payne. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Just 5 to shoot. And Watford pulls it down. It's Edwards on the wing. And the Nets tack on 2 more.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
And so it's Brooklyn in control with a 16-point advantage. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Simons with it. We've got Anthony Simons. He's out there with Henderson. And it's Klingon in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Up top, Henderson. Clock at 6. That 3's off the mark.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Here's Edwards. With the second effort. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Free throw good, Edwards. Here's Simons. From deep. Fires in the triple.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Edwards against Henderson. Now here's Edwards. Guarded closely. Can't get it to fall. Blazers trail by 16. Pass to Bowen. Now Simons. To the inside. Here's Henderson. And it's blocked by Edwards. Watford the pass to Simmons. And that
Let's
one
go.
drops. And the Nets lead by 18.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Schroeder against Henderson. Here's De Silva. On the wing, Simons. Oh, he took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. Instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Simons is not going to back down offensively. He just plays with aggressiveness. He's a guy you have a hard time not fouling.
Zach LaVine, he's checked in for Portland. Nets leading by 17. It's Edwards with a drive. It's hauled in by Henderson. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. And stolen by Simmons. To the paint. Releases. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Releases. Again, the miss by Portland. The Nets have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. And here's Edwards outside. Portland with a rebound.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And Brent Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the 2nd overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
And Edwards slams it in.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Henderson, the pass to Simons. They set a pick. The 3 is up. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Trailblazers foul. Day'Ron Sharp. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Brooklyn leading by 17. It's Edwards with a drive. Outside Schroeder. Pass to Whitehead. Edwards against Simons. Now here's Edwards. The D's right on him. And the shot's good.
Timeout.
Edwards got 48.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and this game really has his fingerprints all over it. He's been dominating and making it look effortless. It's always fun to watch someone just flat out take over like he's done here today.
Boy, it's not hard to be blown away by his level of play. It's never easy winning on the road, but to do it in this fashion, that's a special performance right there.
In the paint, Simons really has to go up against it. Credit to him for sticking with that play and seeing some daylight in there.
And that one falls for Simons. And so Simons nails both of them. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Simons against Edwards. Shoots over Simons. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Sharp's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's LaVine for 3. They grab their own miss. Sharp finds Henderson. Got a piece of it.
Well, these blocks by Schroeder has got to get his teammates going. They're more rare than they are commonplace, but Schroeder getting in there with good hands.
Free throw good. Edwards.
Shooting for Brooklyn. Edwards.
And so he makes both from the line.
54-47.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter here. Smith outside. Pass to Sharp. Back to Smith. Henderson for 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now LaVine. Drops in the 3.
And LaVine knows he has the green light to take these shots, and his confidence is really impressive.
Here's Edwards. Good. He hits again.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Brent, you've spent some time in front offices. How much more do teams rely on analytics now versus even a decade ago?
Oh, a massive amount, BA, but there are a lot of teams that still aren't there. I think it's a constant battle about how far you're going to push, leaning into the numbers. But with all these net ratings and the ways that you can start to digest what it is that guys are producing on the floor, teams are getting smarter and smarter.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
The first free throw is good. So Portland ends up going with a new group.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Edwards.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Portland has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Nets.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Champ.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Covered by Schroeder. Pass to Payne. Looking to end the run. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam. Here's Edwards. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
So we see the Nets taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Because we're setting up. Back in the holes. Because Deontay Murray, Jordan Hawkins, Brandon Ingram, Greg Williams, and Dylan Lewis. Let's get it.
Coming up next, the Nets taking up. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
So with Westbrook on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Duren out there with Williams. Then it's Ingram. Then there's Hawkins. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. Here is Edwards, following the score by DeJounte Murray. And defensively stand, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside Williams. Pass to Duren. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team.
Ingram outside. Ben Simmons with the rebound. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And Edwards slams it in.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. He's fantastic at sensing when one of his guys has got some freedom.
Now here's Murray. Williams kicks to Hawkins. New Orleans moving the ball around. Murray, good.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Fires from deep. The shot goes in. First shot, first miss.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here's Duran. 8 points his last outing. Murray against Edwards. Lock at 6. Murray's good. Murray's got 7 points.
So effective from the mid-range. Can't give Murray room to get that one off.
Here's Edwards with the drive. Here's Watford. Score at the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Ingram outside. Pass to Duran. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the... Paul with the foul. That's on Ben Simmons. And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after leaving. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Ben Simmons.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-handed slam. And Ron Lue calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Now here's Murray. 17 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Here's Messi. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's Edwards. And he lays it straight in. And that's 10 points for Champ.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Murray, no good. Nets have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Edwards can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Murray, the pass to Hawkins. Murray outside. Tries it from the top of the key. 2 points. That one goes. Murray's got 9.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Pass to Watford from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Hawkins. Pelicans trail by 5. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
You know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Now here's Murray. 9 points in the game so far. There's a good screen. Hawkins. Offensive rebound. Pass to Duran. Ingram outside. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper.
Hawkins against Edwards. And he banks in the layup. 16 points for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. 9-point game. Ingram right side. Duran down low. Claxton covering.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Watford passes to Edwards. Banked in off the glass. Edwards got 18 points.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Whitehead out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Schroeder in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Pelicans trail by 13. Pass to Nisi. Now here is George. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Westbrook a screen on Edwards. To the paint. Second chance shot. And it's blocked. And it's blocked. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And George kicks to Hawkins. There's the pick. Launches a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Now here's Edwards. D right on him. Schroeder finds Edwards. It's blocked. Brown feeling it out a bit to the middle. Ball stolen. Edwards passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Grant Williams is checked in for New Orleans. Ingram comes in for Brown. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Edwards against Ingram. Pass to Whitehead. Now here's Edwards. Coming off a solid outing against Portland. Right wing. Here's the 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Whitehead's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Hawkins kicks to George. 6 to shoot. For 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Edwards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Monday, they're off to New York to face the Knicks. Then on Wednesday, they'll head home to take on the Utah Jazz.
And that game against Sacramento, that's number 9 on the season for them. They should start feeling good about themselves at that point.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Williams, a screen on Edwards. Murray kicks to Williams. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
The pure shooting ability of Ingram does all the talking there. He gets the ball and delivers that quick release.
Count that bucket. 24 points for Champ.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Pass to Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Brooklyn.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Westbrook's checked in, and Georgia subbed in for Hawkins.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Here's Ingram. From the top of the key, he buries it. Ingram's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, his percentage keeps going up. He's adapted to what the defense is showing him.
Edwards looking it over. Kicks it out to Schroeder. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
That's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans, trailing by 17. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Hawkins comes in for George. .130 left in the first half of the game. Side Williams. Pass to Ingram. Fires at the elbow. Kicks it out to Hawkins. Duren sets the screen for Ingram. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Ingram's got 10.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Hawkins kicks to Ingram. Over Watford. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Outside Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Edwards got 26 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Williams with the block. Hawkins shot good. And so it's Brooklyn. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Tyronn, what problems are you seeing out there?
Just be able to make shots. We just got to relax. We just got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fifth half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
Thanks for joining us for this fun-filled burst of basketball bliss. We kick off tonight's show with the power rankings across the league.
You know, for New Orleans, They've shown they're one of the best teams in the league. Maybe not the best, but maybe like number 3 looks fair to me.
Yes, with the way they've executed, it would have been hard to keep them out of the 3rd spot.
Yes, it would have.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Brooklyn Nets.
We knew they wanted a track meet, and man, they got it. What a pace they've set.
Very hard to beat them at their own game. They wear you out, and we've still got a whole other half to go. And that concludes half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We've got Duren. Grant Williams is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Hawkins in at the shooting guard position. And we've seen DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send a second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their teeth.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Edwards can't hit. Pelicans trail by 17. Murray outside. Pass to Hawkins. Williams with the ball. And here is Murray. He's guarded by Schroeder. 5 on the clock. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. The rebound by Watford. Watford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Edwards drives in, and Edwards slams it in.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Now here, the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. Number 1, the Nets.
They had such a strong presence in the paint, just a physical team. They dominated the interior in terms of rebounding.
Murray, the pass to Ingram. Takes the 13-footer. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And we've seen this type of effortless dominance from Ingram before, growing accustomed to carrying the load.
And Edwards slams it in.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Pelicans trail by 19. Here's Murray, 11 points in the game. Duren finds Ingram. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Ingram's got 4 points now in the quarter. Edwards against Hawkins. And Edwards slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pass to Duran. Williams trying to break free. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ingram outside. Now Duran. Murray outside. Into the lane. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Brooklyn leading by 19. Here's Edwards. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Pelicans making a switch here. For Brooklyn, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. Edwards against Murray. Inside.